How you doing?
What's going on, my brother?
Hey, man, I'm so excited about this. It's gonna be awesome, man.
Well, you know what I was thinking, right? Is that like we could have made this about anything, right? And it would always go back to this subject, you know?
Yeah, you're right. It's just good to address it anyways. Get out of the way, because I'm hoping we can do a lot more streams together. Because I really admire you. I think you're like what I like about you is like you're like so true in the spirit. It comes across, and so I just want to be a part of that.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, man. That really means a lot to me. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't do anything special or significant. I just know that everything that I have, right? All the hope that I have for the future and all that is because of God, you know? And I know that when I share that, people show up. So, you know, I just keep doing it, you know. But thanks for saying that. I mean, and I respect you a great deal too. And then I know that Cindy talks to me about you, and she used to come here a lot. And so, you know, I think that it's important for us to like do stuff like this on each other's platforms, you know. But
hmm
what's crazy is that it seems like there's so much. It almost seems choreographed, right? Like all this crap out there, man. And
uh,
it's go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, I'm just saying I agree, and I'm listening to what you're saying.
Oh yeah, it's like okay, so okay, now I know that this came out kind of at the same timing as this, right? But like the thing with like Russian vids and all those channels out there getting into it or whatever, it almost seems like choreographed, right? Like
Mhm.
as if that's another way to divide us, right?
Yeah,
And I keep looking at this like everything has a controlled opposition, right? Like from
yeah,
the mainstream all the way down.
right,
And
right.
you wonder how low does that go, right?
Uh-huh.
For every level, is there a controlled opposition all the way down to like we're into like just regular people trolling people is like part of it. Like how low does this thing go,
hmm
right?
Yeah.
And who's involved, you know?
Oh, no doubt. That's a great question. Like, before I go too far off in that tangent, the thought that came to my mind is like, if you look at the people that are so negative like that, right?
Yeah.
There's like a million things we can talk about regarding this topic, but for me to break it down like the simplest level, it's like they're trying to bring other people down and divide people, right? Um,
Yeah.
Whereas like one of the things, I'm not perfect, but one of the things I like to do is build other people up. You know what I'm saying? I like
Yeah,
to,
of
to
course.
compliment people and uh, like everyone is in my chat and you and everybody like about how um, that I want to. Oh, Hartree, hey, how's it going? So like with your channel, I want you to blow up huge, or
Mhm.
it like I was on Jackie's channel earlier today, and that I think what happens with on YouTube, just kind of aside from the whole drama thing, is that it has this tendency to like make people arrogant or something. They get caught up in the whole thing that they're a star or something, and
Yeah.
it's like a mirror that kind of like makes people want.
You're right about like people working together, right? So like okay, now you mentioned two people, right? Now I like Urban Disciples far more than I like Tony, right?
Yeah,
But he's not a Christian person, right? We're not friends, right? I wanted to apologize to him and have everything be straightened out, but he's not. I don't think he's never been bad to me, right? But I'll
yeah,
say this, right? It did um kind of I did get curious about them working together because I
uh-huh,
apologized to Urban Disciples, right? And
right,
he acted like I was like, doing something offensive to him to where he went to Tony, who was calling him a,
yeah,
pedo and all this other stuff, right? To get
yeah,
a clip of me, right, talking tough to him one day, right?
uh,
And it's like why would you go to that guy, right?
right,
That's abusing you verbally, right? To get a
right,
clip about me, because I'm apologizing to you, right?
Uh-huh.
And either people have grown so used to the abuse that they'd rather be abused than to have somebody own up to their mistakes in life now,
Hmm.
or it's like, okay, well, it was good cop, bad cop, and
Oh
I
yeah.
like with me involved, it's like not making the good guy look good enough or something. I don't know. And so
Right.
like it makes you wonder, right? You
Oh yeah.
know?
Yeah. And I with Urban, like I I've heard stories about him, and I've seen it for firsthand, like where he would do like really underhanded shit, and and just like calling CPS on people, and um you know just like you know and like the way he goes after people, he gets a kick out of it, like trying to attack other people or whatever. um and So I think this is the way I look at them, because I'm a pretty good judge of character. I think the way Tony looks at the world, I mean, he's not agent whatever, but he's not the most intelligent guy in the world. You know that, right?
Yeah.
His tactics aren't really based on intelligence. It's just based upon going to the lowest common denominator. And you don't have to be a brain surgeon to go to the gutter. You know, hey,
Well,
what's up, Tony? Right?
what makes it interesting, right, is that there's the cross and the logo, right, and the appearance of being a crazy Christian, right, and he's not. I don't think he's a Christian person, right, just
Yeah.
based on what he knows about salvation and everything. Like I don't think that he's a Christian person, but why would you have that logo and want to look like a crazy Christian
Oh
unless
yeah.
that was like your character, right?
Oh yeah. He seems like a character, doesn't he? Like it's all contrived or something.
Yeah,
Right.
how could you be that upset and like how could you
Right.
be in that mood all the time, right? It's too much charisma, right? To
Uh-huh.
be natural, right? I mean, think about that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you. I completely agree. Um, and but what I was trying to say earlier is like with because like I can only base it upon what I know about it by what their actions are or what they say and what they do. So when it comes to Tony, I think the way he looks at the world, at least within this persona, is that he looks at people as being either a friend or an enemy, right?
Yeah,
Kind
black
of like
and white, all
exactly
or nothing. Yeah,
right. And I think the way what's his name? I think the way Urban looks at the world, he looks at the world is different because he looks at the world as everybody's a secret enemy. Whereas like Tony will come out and say, "Hey, sweetie, you're a slut, you're a bish," or whatever he says. He's fairly blunt about how he communicates with people. Whereas Urban, I think he's worse because like I think deep down inside, I think he hates everybody. You know what I'm saying?
do you
Like
think it's good cop, bad cop kind of thing?
I
Like,
don't know. I'm not sure if they work together. I know, like I wasn't sure because one of the things that got me, I don't know, maybe I'm being naive because a lot of people think they do. I honestly don't know.
well,
Um,
I think like the thing is, I think Urban's talented, right? He's got some talent, right? But I don't think Tony's got very much talent. He's just kind of if he was buffed, he'd be a good wrestler, like just that kind of charisma. But he's not. So I don't know what he would be good for in like the world, right? But like I could see Urban making it as like a radio guy or something. Like I could
I
see him being working in that business.
I can't. I don't really. But I'm not to say that you're right or wrong or anything else. I kind of
Yeah.
disagree. I don't think he's that talented at all. I think like honestly, I just don't see that much creativity or anything about him really. The way I look at him is like he's just a hateful person on the inside. I get the feeling. And here's the thing I don't like about him too. It's like his image is all about. He's got the hoodie on and he's calls himself urban. So regardless of what he say, he's trying to portray this like I'm a gangster image or whatever it is, right? But then again, but what's he do? He doesn't go to the hood. You know what I'm saying? He lives in San Diego, so he comes on here. You know what I'm saying, to YouTube to take free pot shots at people on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
hey, what's up, Derby? So I think that's worse.
Will wish harm on you, right? Like I think that he wishes that I would die. Like it just like I couldn't imagine being like that. I couldn't imagine wanting harmful things to happen to other people, right? Unless they were, I don't know. I guess you could say that there's some things that are beyond human forgiveness that would require divine forgiveness, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like it's such a degrading kind of environment. Why would you want to be around that negativity all the time, right?
Right.
And you know, and plus, here's the thing, right? Is if any of this stuff was true or like productive in like exposing me for whatever. I mean, he's done like week long, you know, streams or whatever of me.
Hmm.
It's like, dude, I'm the most boring dude imaginable, man. Like, I mean, not only is my past like, I mean, okay, I got some stuff back there, but
Yeah.
nothing that I need to really be you know, I would bet people have worse, you know, and that maybe they are worried about this guy exposing them, but like, what good does it do anybody when you could be focused on people that you know are hurting other people, you know, victimizing people, you know?
Hmm.
And it makes me wonder about the legitimacy of like what they're doing in the first place. I
Yeah.
mean,
Actually, real quick, Steve, I was listening to someone named Pink Sheep. They said like, if you're a Christian,
for everybody, I do. I don't hate anybody, but after a while of people calling you all kinds of stuff, right? Like,
yeah,
I mean, this is unthinkable stuff, man, right? Like, I've got children, right, that are old enough to see these streams about me on YouTube, right?
yeah,
And you know, I got an 18-year-old and a 21-year-old, right?
yeah,
And it's like, okay, well, I don't like to have to explain to my kids, hey, man, for every one good person on the internet, there's 100 sickos, you know,
uh-huh,
like, it's hard enough already, right? But you know, I mean, if he wants to say that kind of stuff on his channel, it doesn't bother me once I get beyond this point of talking about it. Then I'm on my own channel. I would almost prefer that he talks about me than somebody in my chat that has no platform. Then
right,
I have to give them time to process it, right?
yeah,
Like it's only fair to talk about it, yeah, as much as they want to, right? And
yeah,
so then it like makes it drag on, but not to keep rambling or whatever, but you know, it's you know, like for me, it's like 30 people in a chat room that are talking crap. I mean, who cares, right? I
mhm,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
the power,
You know,
they don't have any power, you know?
the way I look at it is like the way I deal with them is like, is that I want to attack their persona, their image, and the reason why is because I see them as like predatorial, where where they go out and just
Yeah,
mess.
it's harmful.
Yeah, exactly. So what I figure is like taking them down a notch or two, or showing that like that I'm not going to put up with it. Then what happens is whatever stings I put on them, someone else is eventually going to pick that up and jab them too. And the reason, because I know somebody, I'm not going to mention her name, but they won't even go on YouTube anymore because of all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
So like,
Wow.
yeah, if we don't do anything, which is the other way about it, then just people are just going to keep getting hurt by them. You know what I'm saying? And so that's so what I want to do is just that's what my philosophy is now. Anyways, like maybe that's just a way for me to self justify.
It's just like it's having no effect, right? Like all you got to do is ban a couple people. It means nothing to me. Go back to your little room and talk crap. I mean, that's part of it. I have a public, you know, personality, right? It's small, but it's enough to where I got to welcome criticism, right? And so, yeah, I don't like it, right? I don't like that it's happening, right? But it has, I can rise above it, right? And so what I'm hoping is for the people that come see me, right? They're like, oh yeah, I could do that too. It really is just nothing. If we ignore it, it'll just go away, right? Now,
Yeah,
I think the worst thing you can do, right, to these people that
yeah,
hits them right where they don't want to be hit is to take all the attention away, you know?
uh,
And that's what they want is attention, right? They want you to fire back at them so they can make you look like a fool so they can fire back at you or whatever.
yeah, yeah,
But I mean, and you know, hey, look, this is just one way I deal with it, right? It doesn't
yeah,
mean that that's the best way. I mean, I'm sure if I had like the audience and the money, right, you know, maybe fighting back would be better. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it just depends on what your goal is, you know?
mhm.
And so you know, we're just in a